Get rid of these 17 bad habits to work less, but better. 1. Do nothing for fear of making a mistake. Let's start with one of the worst habits in business: being afraid of making a mistake. To err is human, and it is often by experimenting and making mistakes that we make great discoveries. Serendipity, you know? The greatest geniuses of this world have tried, experimented and been wrong more than once. Einstein did not discover the theory of relativity without making a mistake before finally coming across the formula that we all know. Done is better than perfect. Keep this in mind when you hesitate to take the initiative for fear of making a mistake. 2. Worrying about things that are out of our control. More difficult to write than to practice on a daily basis, we agree. Only, when we think about the time available in a day, we realize that worrying is time-consuming and above all, does not help us find a solution to the problem. If you feel that a problem in your professional life causes you too much worry, it may be useful to observe its nature and its causes. Can you take action to improve the situation? If the answer is no, we recommend that you move on, as much as possible, to limit your frustration and the negative thoughts that will follow. Accepting what is happening around you and adapting to different situations is a key business skill that we will still need in the future. Practicing a physical activity or meditating helps to disconnect from these worries in order to free up your mental space and your energy. 3. Take ownership of other people's concerns. Similar to worrying about what is beyond our control, worrying too much about other people's problems hurts our good mood and overall energy. It's only natural to want to help out family and friends, and sometimes even colleagues when they're in trouble. However, if you are sensitive to the energy that others send to you, it is necessary to take stock of the people you want to help so as not to get lost in everyone's worries. Taking care of yourself, to feel good, is the first step to helping others. 4. Giving too much importance to comments from those around you. Here is something that social networks have not improved in our society: the propensity to give your opinion, even if no one has asked for it. Do these opinions influence the course of our lives? No, and on the contrary, it would be a shame if they prevented you from achieving your goals. At work and in your entourage, it is important to listen and take into account the opinion of others, but also to dissociate constructive interventions from those that would degrade your level of motivation. A simple and effective technique to get rid of this bad habit: establish the list of people whose opinion and advice you want to know during the realization of a project, then consider all other comments as secondary. This will allow you to surround yourself strategically and limit unnecessary interventions. 5. Being around toxic people. Surrounding yourself with toxic people in life and at work will make your weeks less productive. The people who put you down or put others down in front of you are usually the ones who feel bad about themselves and try to find refuge by observing what is wrong with others, while reflecting that negativity back on you. In the office as in your private sphere, there is the opposite profile of what we have just described. Colleagues who help others in the realization of their projects thanks to a positive word, a gesture of encouragement, a smile even when the situation is complex. These are the people who will help you grow, and allow you to give the best of your potential, while stimulating your intellectual and emotional capacities. 6. Being yourself. Toxic. When was the last time you questioned yourself? If you are one of the people described in the previous point, who likes to speak ill of others and bring a bad vibe to the whole group, it might be time to change that. The human being tends to find a certain comfort in this bad habit, producing frustrating and negative thoughts which are maintained, and which serve in the long run. This point obviously does not affect everyone, but everyone can question their way of thinking and seeing things to improve their joy of life and the atmosphere of the office. 7. Forcing yourself to do a job for the wrong reasons. Before moving forward on this point, it is important to clarify that some people do not always have a choice. That said, whenever possible, working shouldn't be drudgery, but rather at least partially fun. It is of course inevitable to have work that you do not like from time to time, but when you force yourself to work for the wrong reasons, especially social recognition or money, you will end up unhappy. It involves not accepting who you are and forcing yourself to do things for others rather than yourself. In Switzerland, we spend an average of 45 hours a week at work and sometimes much more. If we take into account that a human sleeps on average between 7 and 8 hours a day, this means that we spend half of our day at work, not counting the transport to get there, the hours sup, lunch breaks, etc. Spending half your day in a place that doesn't make you happy won't improve your well-being. Have the courage to question what you do. Do you really like